Bum bum. Alright, let's see. Let's wait for a little bit. Let's see who is here. Man, I hurt myself. I hurt. AC, what's up? What's happening? Hello, Scoob. Keisha, how are you? If you guys can hear me, thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Just want to make sure the audio is okay. Let me get set up here, guys. So I'm gonna make sure we are on. Bad Brad, what's up? Art Graphics, what's up? Can you guys hear me? I haven't switched over the screen yet, but can you guys hear me? Ends, what's happening? Cool, cool, cool. Let me just get set up here, guys. What is this? Alright, I think. Alright, I got the green light. What's up, guys? How's it going? And what's up? And says, where's the 4880? It's like right behind me. Right there. Right there. That thing. That thing. That thing. That thing. What are we doing today? Oh, no, I'm just chatting. I just actually finished reclaiming some screens here, and I like blasted. I don't know. You guys can probably see it, but from here to here, I like took a color off my skin. I had the wand of the pressure washer, and I was holding the screen. It's like, oh, I missed a spot, and I totally missed it. It went right in my arm, and burned, and it cut part of the skin off. Kind of hurts. But yeah, I'm just chatting you guys. Saying what's up to you guys. How's everybody doing? Jimmy, what's up? Let's see. Is the audio low? Is the audio low? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. Audio's okay. Alright, let's fix this audio. If I can fix it. Let's go. Oops, that's not it. Advance. Oh, here it is. Check, check, check. Hello. Is that better? 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 I don't know. Is that any better? Maybe it is. What's up, Jesse? How's the screen printing business? Lately, the past, I don't know, 2 weeks has been pretty busy. It's kind of funny because I am trying to sell the equipment, and then I'm getting all these orders in. So I don't know, kind of funny in a way. But I'm letting you guys know, I am still selling the equipment. I think I'm gonna post it Friday, if not tomorrow, Friday of this week, on like, you know, just local Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and see how that goes. Sounds like a sign. Yeah, but yeah, so if you guys do follow me on Instagram or social media, my 4880, which is right there, anyway, I think is because it's in the garage. Lately, I think the past couple of weeks it's been like 100 degrees here, so I'm sure it was like over 80 degrees in the garage, and I think it just dried up the actual tubes. I mean, I'm sure I can repair it. You know, I took the head apart, cleaned it. There's no clog, so I think it's just the actual tube where the ink is flowing through is dried out. So I just gotta clean that. But in the meantime, I did pick up this Epson here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. It's the Epson 1430. I got a really good deal. The guy didn't know what it was. He just wanted to get rid of it. The bad thing is there's no ink. So, well, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna get the all black anyway. But yeah, I got a good deal on it. I mean, can't go wrong for 150 bucks, even if it doesn't work. I mean, I'm sure I can get it to work. It's just good thing I got that. Um, yeah. Let's see who's in the chat here. Let's see. Jimmy, what's up? I'm saying hi to everybody. Let's see here. Jesse, I said what's up to Jesse. S Boone, hey, welcome. Hey. Moonprint, hey man, how's it going? Hope everything's good. I hope everything's good. How's your week? You guys' week so far? I know it's Hump Day, midweek. I hope everybody's keeping yourself busy. Oh, just let you guys know. A reminder: in about an hour and a half your time, whatever that hour and a half is. Make sure you hit up. Go check out Mikey Designs on YouTube. They're gonna have a free concert. So it's 8:30 their time. They're in Texas. So whatever that means on your time. So right now it's gonna be like 6:30 West. So an hour and a half. An hour and a half. Those of you who, there was like 3 of you guys that asked for shirts. Did you guys receive them yet? I sent them out. I think it was Friday or Monday or something like that, or Saturday. Did you guys receive that yet? If not, you're probably getting it tomorrow. So just be on the lookout if you guys haven't received it yet. Flex, what's happening? What's happening? Am I choppy, guys? Hopefully I'm not. Yeah, so you should be getting it this week, Brad. If not tomorrow, I mean, I think it'll be there tomorrow. It should get there tomorrow. It is priority. 2 to 3 days. I usually add another day because they're always behind right now. So you guys should be getting it. Yeah. So let's see. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I totally forgot what it was. Hold on 1 second. I totally forgot what it was. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't want to stay long here. I just want to say what's up to everybody. It's kind of nice to kind of interact with people online instead of just the comments on YouTube. Yeah. So what's new with everybody? What's I know I did mention. Did you guys see the what do you call this? The video I posted. Was it this morning? I was looking at it again today. Oh yeah, it was this morning. The left chest one. I was looking at it again today. It wasn't a good video. I don't know if you guys really like it or not, but I think majority of it was me talking in the beginning. It was really less of the actual printing. So I was really kind of disappointed with that. I didn't know what I was thinking about when I uploaded it, whatever time that was. Art Graph says, why you selling the equipment? I got an opportunity to work with to get different equipment, different type of equipment. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. I need to make room. So everything that you guys see here, which is the conveyor dryer, the press back there, and you guys can't see it, but eventually the exposure unit is going to go because I need to make room for it. Art Graphic says, isn't that gonna hurt your YouTube income? Honestly, I don't really get any YouTube income. The last income I got was like 600 bucks, and that's like in like 4 years of doing YouTube, which I forgot all about it, but something like that. It was some crazy number, but I don't really pay attention to like analytics and YouTube, so I just upload videos, because I enjoy doing it. But no, I don't know. Aaron's 28. What's up? Hey, what's happening? Hey Ryan, thanks for all the good content. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Sometimes, like I was saying, this the video I uploaded this morning. I watched it today. I was really disappointed on how I did it or how I created it. It was a lot of talking in the beginning, less actual printing. But it was just a left chest, so you know how much more I can explain how to do a left chest print. But I don't know. It looked kind of to me, but it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. AC, what program you use to edit your videos? Right, I just got a GoPro 8 finally. Oh, I use I'm on a Mac, so I don't really do. If you guys check my videos, it's not really that creative. I guess you know I don't have fancy B rolls and effects and all this other stuff. I just use what's on my Mac, which is iMovie. As simple as that. It's pretty much just cut paste. I don't I don't do any of those special things. I think that's why I have less than 10,000 subscribers. I'm not too fancy with all the effects and B rolls and stuff. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but GoPro 8, yeah, good job. I would definitely try to invest in the media thing. Yeah. The mic. The only thing bad about this one is that uh, it drains the battery a little faster. But you know, always get a couple of batteries anyway. But the media mod, that's what it's called, the media mod. It has a shotgun mic. I mean, even without it, it already has the front-facing mic right here. I mean, you're good with it. I just thought I was gonna buy the. They had a attachment that you can put a screen that will flip up so you can see yourself while you're vlogging, but I don't think it's been released yet, so I don't even know what's going on with that. I'm kind of like over it. AC, I was going to ask the same question. Yeah, just iMovie or whatever you can get your hands on. Jay, what's up? What's happening? Welcome, welcome. Bad Breath says, looking how to get started making videos. The best way to start making videos is just doing it. Uh, Start with your phone. It doesn't have to be fancy and stuff. Just do a video. Just make sure you edit the beginning, edit the end, and post it. That's what I did. I think the hardest part is actually trying to get in front of a talking yourself in front of a camera. That's the weird part about it, is talking to yourself. But you know, you kind of get used to it. I'm still not used to it. I'm still like, you know, I don't know. I still feel kind of weird about it. But it gets easier. It's easy for you to go click and start talking instead of like, what am I gonna say? Or you know, I still get that. You know, like my video. I have a video. I think it was Monday's video or a couple of videos before that. I was editing a 72-minute video. So I was like, it was choppy, and all together was 70 something minutes. And I chopped it down until like 11 minutes or something. You know, I get to rambling around, and it's never good. I just want to make sure what you're doing is there's a beginning and there's an end, and it makes sense. The middle makes sense. Where you started and all the way at the end. Just make sure the story conveys. Let's see here. Aaron's 28. You're the worst critic. It's easy to look back and not like it. That is true. That is true. And that's why, like, I don't linger on to videos. Once I edit it, I upload it. Because if I edit it or not work on it for weeks, I don't upload it. So just edit it, upload it. I don't even worry about. I don't want to think about it. You know, because again, if you just keep holding on to it, you're never gonna upload it, or you're never gonna submit it. I guess that's the word. Scoob, I think I'm just going to use my cellular for live streaming. Too many pros and cons with these cameras. Yeah, I mean, I'm using a webcam. I'm using a Logitech webcam that they use for like conferences. It's like USB. That's what I'm using. It's pretty clear. I mean, I use this for the Zoom meetings and things like that. But yes, your phone is your best option because phones nowadays are pretty clear. They have at least 8 megapixels or higher. as far as a camera, um, it's the best thing. Art Graph says, wouldn't you want to get paid by YouTube for your content? Um, yeah, I mean, eventually, I'd like to get paid, of course, but that's not, that's not my goal is to get rich off of YouTube. Um, I just want to make content. This is like therapy to me, I guess. It's making videos and teaching, I guess, and showing you guys how I do things. But as far as making money, I mean, who doesn't want to make money? But making money on YouTube itself, it's not first my first way of thinking of like, because once you start just thinking about the money, to me, the videos doesn't it's not organic. It doesn't seem right. That's not and again, that's probably why I'm less than 5,000 subscribers, because I don't pursue it that way, I guess. I don't know, am I making sense? Let's see here. N says Mr. McFit. Oh, what's up, Kenny? What's happening? Nice to see you. Let's see. What's this here? Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned already. At 6:30 West Coast, 8:30 Texas time. Was that Mountain Time? Is that Mountain Time? But in about a little over an hour, we're gonna have. Make sure you guys tune into Mikey Designs. They're gonna have a free concert, so it's gonna be cool. A lot of people are gonna be there, I think. Hopefully. But yeah, as far as I think jobs and screen printing, I think I should finish my projects by Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm going to kind of stop picking up projects because I am trying to sell the equipment. So it's gonna be a lot of things going on. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it, as far as the equipment and as far as the new things that's gonna happen in the shop. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Jay says Central. Oh, Central. There you go. What's Mountain then? What's Mountain time? Is it an hour? I don't know. Is there still a Mountain time? I don't even know. All I know is there's Pacific time, East time, and whatever's in between. I don't even know who's in between. Moon Princess, Texas is Central time. Ah, okay. Yeah, get a drink. Have a good time. Just enjoy some good music. I honestly don't know what they're gonna be playing, but it's a band. Hey, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Weren't you there, Bad Brad, when at Texas when we went to ISS? You were with us, right? We went to let's see, Ryan had that little concert thing. That was pretty cool. It was I think the guys were like a Stevie Wonder tribute band or something like that. That was nice. That was really nice. AC said I haven't printed in 3 months. How come, AC? What's going on with that? What's going on with that? Kenny Vargas, hey Ryan, is Mike Design going to be on Instagram? I think he's gonna be on YouTube. So Mikey Designs on YouTube. As far as I know, it's gonna be on YouTube. That's what he said. So we'll see. Said that, Brad. Yeah, they were pretty. They were really. I think they were really good. I enjoyed it. It's kind of weird because like, your first impression. Oh, you got these guys, you know, white guys with beards, and then they're a cover band for Stevie Wonder, and that guy had some pipes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. John, Jonathan Jay-Z Sobrano, the big hater. How tall are you? To be honest with you, I'm 5'10". Just saying, 5'10". I mean, who are you to talk? You're what, 5'9" or something like that. What's up, Jay Z? How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Then Scoob said I'm 4 feet. Man, that's not nice. That's not nice. They said busy getting projects done around the house. Oh, there you go. 5 foot nothing. Yo, I'm a few inches taller than five. I'm okay. I'm like 5'6" or something like that. Scoop said I'm taller than Ryan in a wheelchair. Oh man, you guys are funny. Oh man. Oh, speaking of, I don't know why. Speaking of nothing really, it just popped up in my head. I am doing a little bit of merch. If you guys are interested, I think I'm going to start. Well, I can't really do it because I'm waiting for that new press. Hmm. When am I gonna do it? Maybe I'll do it next week. Like one, like a 5 day run or something. We'll see how that goes. Yo, you're not, dude. I'm like 5'6", maybe 5'5", depending what I'm wearing, what shoes I'm wearing. You guys are funny. I mean, if you see Jay Z, if you guys see that guy in person, he's like what, 10 foot something. You know, easy to talk about little people here. I don't know what you're talking about, Scoob. Shoot. It's the funny part. We didn't actually take a picture when we went to the ISS. I was just thinking about that the other day. Hey, we didn't take a picture. That would have been kind of funny. Why are you getting a new press? Didn't you just get a new one? Um. Oh, yeah. I guess I'm getting the equipment. I just got an opportunity to purchase some different type of equipment. So I'm just gonna jump and try to do it. I couldn't say no to it. Good thing Juan is not here. Juan, yeah. I don't know what he's doing. Juan owes me a couple of things. I think he's doing that video. He's making my logo off of that plasma cutter. Um, and then I don't know what else he's doing. I just told him to cut it for me, but I don't know what's gonna happen. If we ever, yeah, I think everybody kind of gave up on the ISS this year, as far as going to like a convention center. So everybody's doing that breakout sessions. If you guys notice on Instagram or social media, um, like what's the other one? I totally forgot now. There's another company that does like conventions and stuff. They're doing a lot of like just Zoom meetings as far as the training and stuff. But I think everybody, as far as ISS, I think they're still shooting for the biggest one, which is Long Beach in January. I think everybody just kind of gave up on it, and I know that uh, Atlantic City got postponed to like October. I don't think it's gonna happen, um, or something. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're just gonna shut it down, which is a good thing. I think they should just not um, worried about opening it back up and just wait until next year, because it's not a good thing right now. AC, when will you spill the beans? I think I'm gonna spill the beans in like 2 weeks. We'll see. I haven't really I haven't said anything because I haven't physically put my signature on anything on paperwork. So as soon as I do that, I'll let you guys know. Scoob, I'm going to bite the bullet and get accurate Ruby and Separation Studio 4. Why are you getting both, Scoob? Why are you getting both? I'll take a picture with you at the ISS Fort Worth. You signed my shirt. Oh yeah, what's up? What's up? No, I'm talking about bad Brad, Jay Z, Jonathan, that guy. That guy's really tall. Eddie, what's good? What's happening, Eddie Jr.? Ends the March ISS was postponed until October 8th, but that will probably get canceled. Yeah, I mean, like I said, these conventions are just not a good thing right now. Even if they, even if the state says that like November, October, November, they said okay, everything's open, whatever, do your normal thing. I still think they shouldn't do it. Because the cases are, as far as I know, like as of last month or beginning of this month, it's or beginning of this month. Last month was it kind of peaked out, but I think everybody should just don't do anything right now. Yeah, just make sure it's actually done. And I heard there's a cure. Did you guys hear about that? It's like some sort of synthetic thing. I don't know. Anyways, Bad. It is a show that has all or most of the industry. There's pertaining to screen printing. Wait, what was the question? I don't know what the question is. AC's trying to get some info. Is it new or used? The equipment I believe is gonna be new. I think. Yeah. Yeah, Oscar, what's up? Scoop said I had no idea. I was told that I need both. I don't think you need both. Because doesn't the accurate and separation studio do the same thing somewhat? Oh, I guess it depends on how you're using or what you're using it for, right? Waldo said my favorite Asian. Moon, are you blind? Moon print. He said if you're blind. That was a question by Scoob. I don't. Brad said I don't see another ISS until mid next year. Really? Yeah. I mean, you're probably right. I mean, if everybody can just stay home for till the end of the year, maybe we can get rid of this stuff. Where are we at? Ends. It says, do it school freehand graphics out of my stomping ground of Long Island makes those two programs. It says they have no idea how to combat this virus. Yeah, I mean the only way is keep your butt at home. David Nguy. Nguy? It says check out wemakeevents.org. They're trying to push a bill for event workers by extending. I don't know what that is. Welcome. I don't know. Sorry, but gotta go. Uh, Scoop said I just like gadgets. What's your plan for the Epson 4880? So the plan for this thing is I think I'm gonna tear it apart. Um, I'm gonna because I still got half a roll of these things. Oh, by the way, if you guys need these printed out, make sure go hit up NorCal Screen Print Supply. Yeah, I still got a roll of that. I still got ink, so I think I'm gonna tear it apart and see what I can do to fix it. If I really, really can't fix it, that's it. I'm done with it because I think that once I tear it apart and try to figure out and try to clean the whole thing, especially the tubes, the lines, and if it still doesn't print, then it's over. I think I'm going to buy an axe and chop it away. Chop, chop, chop. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's the plan with that. But I do need to get the CIS and all black for this 4880. Make sure that thing is up and running. Cause I still got other on top of the roast, I still got the single ones. I like to use all that also. Um, yeah, I think it was my mistake keeping it in the garage. So I think I'm gonna move my actual printing stuff all the Epson stuff in the house somewhere, so it won't. It'll be temperature controlled. You know, it won't be so hot. We'll see. While the ISS at Rice, yeah, come by. We'll hang out here, barbecue. Well, no, we shouldn't do that because we're not supposed to be having people over. So no, never mind. And there's plenty of ways to end this pandemic, but no one wants to do them. Yeah, exactly, exactly. The best thing is stay home. You don't have a sub printer? No, I don't have a sub printer. Um, I was actually gonna buy one after ISS, but then this whole pandemic thing happened, and then I forgot that I was gonna buy one, and that wasn't in my vision of getting one right away. So maybe, but not right now. Stay home, wear a mask when you're out. It's really not hard. Yeah, no, it's not that hard. I mean, even walk around like this, you know, something. And yeah, I thought it was fixed, but again, the 4880, the past few weeks we've been having like 100 and something degree weather, and the garage was over like 80 degrees, 90 degrees. So I think it dried or clogged the actual lines. So that's my fault. I didn't think about it because I was at NorCal yesterday picking this up because I'm in a bind. I gotta get it printed, and we are talking. They have 48. They have two 4800s. I think one was a 4880. And they were saying, "Where's it at?" You know, and they're like, "Oh, it's in the garage." So they said that's probably what it is. It dried out. The tubes got dried out. So, and that was the last thing that I wanted to take apart because I did take the head apart, but I didn't want to take the tube apart. So I'm gonna take the whole thing apart at the end of the day, right? Where are we? Oh, I got a text here. Where are we? Moonprint. I got a question. On the shirts G670, can I use just plaster or need to put some additive? No, just go straight plastisol. I mean, unless you want like a soft hand, use a soft hand additive, but just try plastisol. You know, bad breath. Make a video on chopping it up. I think I'm going to. It's gonna be fun, tearing it apart. Jocelyn Taylor, what's up? Thumbs up. Yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you, Jocelyn. If you guys haven't done so, hit that thumbs up. N Sprinkle says, get the Cobra CIS. Oh, that's a thank you. I haven't really. I was just looking at the eBay stuff, but I don't know how good that is. I'll check the Cobra. Um, Moonprint. Yeah, additive plastic. Yeah, I'd try straight plastisol. Unless you want like a soft hand, I'll try the soft hand additive. But on if you have something like a big, bold print, you know, that takes a lot of ink, like a big square, um, I'll try soft hand. Kenny says, "Hey Rod, have you used a laser printer to print?" Um, I've only used the laser printer. Well, I didn't physically use it. When I used to go to Staples, I'd bring my 11 by 17 sheets like this and print it there. They only have lasers, so I would have to stack the I would print duplicates and stack them together to make them really dark and black. Um, that's the only thing wrong with the lasers because they will not they will not print really dark, real really dark, whatever. You know what I'm saying. The F570. There you go again, Scoop talking about the printer. No, I'm just kidding. That 570, it's nice. It is. Waldo, what kind of things do you want for your mask? I'll print the subs when I send the mask so you can press them. Oh, Waldo, I'll talk to you about that offline. I actually need to get some masks for me. I need to get some masks because the mask that you sent me or the one that Juan sent me was pretty nice. I want both on my wallet. All right, let me see here. Uh, and it says Kenny Plastol transfers are done by screen printers. Can't use office printers or Plastol. Did I miss a question there? Kenny, are you talking about the transfers or are you talking about not transfers? Um, what are these things called? These things. Been a long day. Been a long day. I forgot what I was talking about. Um, yeah, so I might be talking about something else. Sorry, Kenny. Bad Brad, how about discharge printing? Right. I tried discharge once, but it didn't work out for me. I don't think I have the right setting on my dryer for it. Um, so I had um, a really bad experience on discharge, but I'd like to do it. I think I'm gonna do it when I get um, a better dryer. It's good. Do I need an all black printer for either of those software? Um, no. I don't think. Well, I don't know. To be honest with you, um, if you, well, if you're able to tell just to print black, it should just print black out of the black cartridge. Um, yeah, that's a good question. Um, I don't know. If you're able, like I say, if you're able to say I just want to print all black, then the answer is no, you don't need it. Hold on, who are these people? Yes, yes. He literally slowed down in front of my house and literally went like 1 mile an hour, staring at me. I need to get a gun or something. Transparency, that's what it's called. Thanks, Scoob. Scoob, N says, Scoob, it's better with accurate, but you can select only one cartridge to print. Yeah, I believe you can just select black or cartridge one or something like that. Um, what's up, yo, Dig? What's happening? How are you? What's happening? And drive by. I mean, that's what I thought. But the car looked too nice to be a drive by, you know. Let's see here. Oh, I think we're running out of time here, guys. It's already past 30 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, please leave them down below and ask. I really do appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up on your way out, guys. That helps a lot. I have a video coming out, I think Friday. Friday, 2 days from now. So be on the lookout for that. Um, yeah, let me see here. I appreciate the answers. That's playing with stuff. Okay. Aaron says, I use Ruby with a Canon Pro 100. It worked okay, but better with a D-Max ink. A D-Max ink. Okay. Because I think that's more of a, the D-Max is, what do they call it? It's a pigment, is that right? I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, this Epson here is, got really excited. Took me 3 hours to go get it. Um, it's really on the other side of town. It's like literally near San Francisco. And with traffic, took me 3 hours to get there. It was like 6 hours of all day. I think I left there around 6 in the morning. I got there. Man, traffic was just horrendous. So yeah, I'm excited to get that thing going and see how it prints. Hopefully, it won't give me that much issues as this 4800, but I think the 4800 is like my fault. AC says, random question. I have a logo that needs to be cleaned up and maybe separated or turned into SVG or AI. So can I separate it? Can anyone help? I'll pay. Um, there you go. Art Graphics, send it to him. That's his email. Appreciate you guys helping each other out. That's cool, man. That's part of the YouTube thing, you know. helping each other out and make sure it works. You know, trying to build this community. And Accurate was only supported by Epson, but I believe they started making it friendly. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Accurate was only for Epson stuff. I didn't know that. I did not know that. All right, guys. If that's it, I'm just gonna hang on for about a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Um, yeah, so in about an hour, guys, make sure you go to Mikey Designs YouTube channel. He's gonna go live with the band. That's in about an hour. Grab a drink, sit down, you know, have a good time. We're just gonna all hang out and just listen to the band and enjoy some good music. All right. Scoop said, "Take my takes." What's my takes? Scoop, I know that. Okay. You probably right. Okay. Yeah, that's it, guys. Keep an eye out for more videos. I do have another DIY type of video next week, so keep on the lookout for that. Like I said, the shop is gonna change. Hopefully by the end of before the end of this September. Um, it's my birthday month, by the way. Yay! And that's it. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Um, kill it. Make sure you guys end the week with a good note. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one.